Remember the time when you once paid for a thing and it was yours forever? But today, in the subscription era, it feels like you are renting everything. Want to use Photoshop, editing tools, Microsoft Office? Pay monthly because that's look cheap. And in the entertainment industry, this thing is in full money-sucking mode. Want to watch Stranger Things? That's on Netflix. Want The Boys? That's Amazon Prime. Want Ted Lasso? Sorry, that's on Apple TV. And don't forget House of the Dragon, that's HBO Max. So instead of paying one big cable bill like your parents did, now you're paying 5 smaller bills that somehow add up to an even bigger cable bill. Except this time, you need a spreadsheet just to figure out what app the show is on. And the wild part? These subscriptions feel harmless. It's only $9.99 a month, but stack 10 of those and suddenly you're dropping $200 a month on streaming, music, cloud storage, food boxes, and some random meditation app you signed up for once. Subscriptions are like financial mosquitoes. Small bites you barely notice until you realize you're covered in them and bleeding cash. So today, let's break this down. How subscriptions are draining your wallet, how companies trap you into paying more every year, and what you can actually do to escape the subscription treadmill. By the end, that $14.99 Netflix charge is gonna look a lot less innocent. Let's rewind a little. Back in the early 2010s, subscriptions looked like the hero that was going to save us from the mafias of cable. Cable was awful. $120 a month, 500 channels, and you only watched like 5 of them. Plus those random fees, broadcast fee, HD fee, probably even a breathing while watching TV fee. Cutting the cord felt like liberation. Then came Netflix, $7.99 a month, everything on demand, no commercials. And Spotify for all the music you want, ad-free for the price of 2 coffees. It felt revolutionary. It felt cheap. It felt like the future. And the best part was choice. You didn't have to pay for 500 channels you never touched. You could pick just what you wanted. Simple, lean, customized. At least that was the promise. The dream was no more cable bundles, no more hidden fees, no more paying for junk you don't use. Subscriptions were supposed to be the great democratizer of entertainment. But here's the twist. Somewhere along the way, that dream morphed into a nightmare. Because the companies realized something. You're not the customer, you're the monthly revenue stream. Here's where things get sneaky. Remember Netflix at $7.99? Today, that same Netflix plan is pushing $20. Want 4K? Pay some extra. Want to share with family? That'll be another fee. Spotify started at $9.99. Now they're testing price hikes every year. Disney Plus launched at $6.99. People thought it was a steal. Fast forward a couple years, it's doubled. And the best part is, they always frame it as just a small increase. $1 here, $2 there, like you won't notice. But across multiple services, that's a stealth tax on your wallet every single year. Here's the scary part. The average American household now spends over $200 a month on subscriptions. The truth is, subscriptions are designed to feel invisible. The smaller the monthly price looks, the less you question it, until one day you add it up and realize you're hemorrhaging money. Here's the thing, subscriptions aren't just a business model, they're a psychological trick. First, the magic number, $9.99. It's not $10, it's psychologically cheaper. Your brain sees one digit less, so you think that's basically nothing. Multiply that across 15 services, congratulations, you're broke, but hey, it still looks like a bunch of bargains. Then there's the set it and forget it effect. Companies love autopay because the second something becomes invisible, you stop questioning it. That meditation app you swore you'd use daily, it's been charging you $7.99 for the last 2 years while you've meditated exactly once, and it was just you falling asleep on the couch. And don't even get me started on free trials. They lure you in with that magical first month free. You think you're smart, you'll cancel before it ends, but then life happens, you forget, and boom. You've been a loyal paying customer for 18 months without watching a single episode. The brutal truth is, companies design these systems to lock you in. They know you'll underestimate the cost, overestimate how much you'll use it, and forget about it once it's on autopay. They're not selling convenience. They're selling you a very expensive nap while your bank account bleeds out. Subscriptions didn't stop at Netflix and Spotify. Once companies saw how easy it was to drain your wallet monthly, they put subscriptions on everything. Need Photoshop? It used to be $499 once. Now it's Creative Cloud, $30 a month forever. Adobe's digital media subscriptions alone now rake in $18.5 billion every year, growing faster than ever. Who's winning there? Hint, not you. Microsoft Office used to be a one-time purchase. In 2013, Microsoft launched Office 365. By 2020, it was rebranded Microsoft 365 and now locks millions into monthly payments. For Microsoft, it was genius. Predictable revenue, billions in growth. For you, it's rent on Word and Excel. Printers, HP's Instant Ink kills your cartridges remotely if you cancel their subscription, even if the ink is full. You bought the ink, but HP still owns your ability to use it. Cars, BMW tried charging a subscription for heated seats. Toyota, Kia, Lexus, all testing subscriptions for map updates, remote diagnostics, even unlocking your doors. Imagine buying a car and then paying rent on the steering wheel. Toothbrush refills, pet food deliveries, fitness apps, cloud storage, it's endless. Companies looked at the word buy and thought, what if we never let them actually own anything again? This is death by 1,000 cuts. Each one feels small, $3 here or $12 there, $20 over there. But add them all up, and suddenly you're dropping more than your parents ever did on that cable bill you swore you'd never pay. Here's the million-dollar question. Are you actually using all the subscriptions you're paying for? Because most people aren't. Let's be honest, that gym membership, you went twice in January, then ghosted it harder than your high school crush, yet it's still happily draining $50 a month. And for streaming, you've got 5 apps, but you only binge on one at a time. You don't need Netflix, Disney+, Hulu, Prime, and Max all running simultaneously unless you're training for some Olympic sport in binge watching. Then there's cloud storage. People paying $100 a year to Apple or Google for terabytes of space and only using half. It's like the digital equivalent of renting a mansion, then living in the guest bathroom. These are what I call zombie subscriptions, services you keep paying for but barely use, or forgot you even had. Companies are counting on it. They know most of us are too lazy to audit our accounts, so month after month, year after year, money just slips away, for nothing. Here's where subscriptions stop being just annoying and start being a trap. First, dynamic pricing. Companies lure you in with a low introductory price, $6.99, $9.99, and slowly increase it over time. By the third year, that bargain is $14.99, $19.99, and somehow you never noticed. Then there's the friction in cancellation. If you try to cancel, they hide the button, make you click through 10 screens, or ask why you're leaving like some passive-aggressive breakup. Most people just give up, because let's be real, signing a petition would be easier than canceling Hulu. And family and group plans seem like a deal. Split it between 4 people, feels cheap. Except someone forgets to pay their share, and you end up covering more than you intended. And every renewal, you need to remember who owes what. It's like running a small subscription-based economy in your own house. Let's talk numbers, the ones that make your jaw drop. Take a single $15 a month subscription. Sounds harmless, right? That's $180 a year. Not bad. But over 10 years, that's $1,800 for just one service. Now stack 10 subscriptions. Streaming, music, apps, cloud storage, meal kits, you're looking at $18,000 over a decade. That's the opportunity cost no one talks about. Because while you're quietly bleeding $200 a month on subscriptions, you could have put that money into a down payment on a house, paid off credit card debt, or invested it to grow into a small fortune. Subscriptions aren't just draining your bank account, they're draining your financial freedom. And most people don't even notice until it's too late. So don't be a fool, buy a subscription that you will use, and for others, just go to your Google account and cancel them out.